Hello, my name is Judy Rosella Edwards, and this is Think Fast, Write Fast. I'm going to be sharing my knowledge of self-publishing industry. I've done self-publishing for myself and for others, and I will be helping you, hopefully, in your journey to get your work self-published. I will be also sharing with you some things that are helpful to all writers. People who know me have frequently heard me say that I don't believe that writer's block exists. Truthfully, it does exist. What most people don't realize is that we've been writing for maybe 5,000 years, depending on the source that you refer to. The concept of writer's block did not exist until 1947. Writer's block was not defined by anyone in the writers community. It was actually defined by a psychoanalyst named Dr. Edmund Bergler in 1947. So after thousands of years of writing, someone finally decided there's such a thing as writer's block. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm saying that it's rare. I find it sad that many novice writers seem to perceive writer's block as something to aspire to, that you haven't really arrived until you've had writer's block. Keep in mind, it is a psychological term. It's not a writer's term. It's not a good thing. You want to avoid writer's block. I'm not saying that you are mentally ill if you have writer's block, but I am saying that it falls into the category of psychological phenomenon. And most of the writing much of the writing that has been done about writer's block is in the field of psychology, not in writing. There are techniques that you can follow to help avoid writer's block or to reduce it. The reason I say it doesn't exist is we are the only people who indulge in block. I've yet to hear of an architect saying, I cannot design a house today because I have architect's block. I cannot plead a case in court today because I have lawyer's block. We indulge, perhaps. I'm not saying there are not people who seriously do experience writer's block, but we use the term a little too lightly. And there are things that you can do to avoid writer's block or to get yourself back on track. And one of those things that you could do is when you finally get your book written and designed and ready to upload and ready to sell to the world on, let's say, Amazon, you're going to be asked a specific question. What is your BISAC category? You didn't know you needed one. Someone should have told you this before you started writing. This will also keep you on track. A BISAC category is a very specific category where your book will fall into the database of books that are available. In other words, it's the business side of books. Perhaps that's why we don't like to think about it, because writers don't like to think about business, but it is business. You want people to find your words and read them, and it's really nice if they pay for them. This is an example of what you will see when you get ready to upload. This is yet another print provider, which is really what CreateSpace and the self-publishing providers are. They simply do the printing of your book. There are a lot of things that go into creating a book prior to getting to this point. But when you get ready to publish your book and actually make it available to the world, by then you'll have a title, you'll have your author's name, you will have written up to 4,000 words describing your book, and we'll talk about that later. And you will be asked, what is your BISAC category? The BISAC category is simply a category that is as precise as possible so that anyone looking for your book can actually find it. There are millions of books out there, let's face it. Probably not really writing about baseball cards, but if you wrote a book about baseball cards, you would actually want to put it under antiques and collectibles, sports cards, and baseball. If you simply put it under general, it's still not going to get found as likely as if it's under baseball. This may not be the category you think of, but this is the category that Amazon is going to use, and that's the category that your competitors are going to be using. That is the category people looking for your book are going to be looking for. It's imperative that you know your BISAC code. Your BISAC code is really important. It can also help you keep focused because you know exactly what you are writing about. It's way deeper than are you writing nonfiction or fiction or prose versus poetry or a combination. You need to know exactly what you're marketing. If you don't, you're going to get off track. So your BISAC category is something that's actually going to help you as a writer. I would advise you to identify your BISAC category as early as possible in the writing process because you will be focused more if you do that. I'll be sharing this kind of information and a whole lot more on Think Fast, Write Fast. So come along and join us. Always think fast, write fast.